Okay, so here is another book sent in by Nader Ben. And this book is called The Decluttering Shift, Transform Your Space, Transform Your Life, a practical guidebook to simplifying your environment and embracing minimalism. Okay, this is a great title. As far as I can see, I can tell I don't know this niche, so I don't know how much volume there is in search for these keywords, but I definitely can guess just from my experience that decluttering is definitely a highly searched keyword. Transform, space, life, practical guide or guidebook, simplifying, and minimalism. I am going to guess that those are very good keywords. They're highly searched. So that's good. It is kind of long, but that's okay. Okay, now the first thing I always look at, like I do with every book, is your cover. I do like the style. I like that simplistic illustration right here. I think if I were doing the cover, since I am a cover designer, I would make the decluttering shift, since that's the main, obviously that's the main title of your book. I would make that take up maybe 2/3 of your cover. This part right here, transform. And if I were creating this title myself, I would probably say transform your space, your life, or transform your space and your life, a practical guide, instead of having transform your twice. And Amazon really doesn't like it when we repeat words. I do know that they really don't like when you repeat words in the title. Also, it would have shortened it, but that's the subtitle right here. I would probably make that part a little bit bigger and put it below, but not too big. I would still make the decluttering shift really large, like taking up this whole white area here. So it's hard to miss. You cannot miss the title and make it bold. I do like the font. I think it's nice and simple. Maybe I would shift the subtitle font to be somewhat similar, but not too much needs to be done with the cover, unless you want to try doing a completely new cover. But the illustration does kind of explain what the book is about too. So I don't think that's bad at all. The description does look good. I like how you have it set up so it's not one big clunk. I would probably put spaces in between because it seems like a lot to read. And I would probably put a title in bold on the top. Are you overwhelmed by clutter and seeking a fresh start? I would make that a line by itself, like it's a question, and then go skip 2 spaces. And then this is your answer. So this is great. I actually like this. It's a good description. So what is missing? Well, definitely I would put A+ content. Take advantage of your A+ content. Take advantage that you can do that. This, I know it's not a low or medium content book, so you're not showing off the inside, but do not underestimate that you could still use A+ content for your nonfiction books or your high content books, because you're not going to be showing the inside of your book. You could show examples of decluttering or minimalism visually. That will definitely help your target audience desire that. So if you have like a picture of a room that is extremely clean and decluttered with minimalist style, that's just something visual. People are going to be like, oh, I want my house to look like that. So that, and you could also put some very good points that you have mentioned in your book as an image also, just like a quote or an excerpt from your book. And also you could use images of text of, say, reviews that people say this book is amazing. So those are types of things that you can use as images for your A+ content for this type of book. So we have the A+ content, and then you have your reviews. So I do see that you have 2 reviews. That's great. I would definitely work on getting a lot more reviews. So you created this book, it says here about a month ago, 2 months ago. So I would say in 2 months, you can definitely get more than 2 reviews. So you're not going to be depending on friends and family for your reviews. I would, one of 2 ways, if you do not want to join a platform such as getbooksreviewed.com or Puppy, because you do have to pay a monthly or annual fee, then you would have to do more work by building your audience. But if you are just wanting to get reviews quickly, I would go that route. Go to getbooksreviewed.com. and you can get your reviews much, much more quickly. You could probably get at least 10 to 20 reviews within a month. I would do that to get reviews because that's going to help. if you're going to be showing up. So how are you going to get Amazon to like you when people are searching for these keywords? If these keywords are searched keywords, and I'm going to guess that most of them are, they are probably not showing up on the first page when people are typing them in. And that is what is causing this book to not sell. So what are we going to do? Well, you're doing everything you can to make the page optimized. The cover, I would say, definitely needs to be worked on, because that's what people are going to see on the outside before they click. So like you can see here. Now, what I would do also is, I know that there's a lot of books out there about decluttering. I would look at your competitors, the ones that are doing very, very well. I would look at their covers and I would see, is there a consistent style in all of the covers that are selling really well in this niche? And if there is, I would emulate that particular style. If it's a type of font, if it's a type of image, because it seems to be that people are drawn to a certain style cover that are looking at that particular niche. So keep that in mind when you are designing or editing your cover. Okay, so what we want to do also, we're talking about getting people to this listing. If they are not coming from Amazon, since it's maybe a very competitive niche, what you would have to do is work on creating or growing your own audience. So do you have a social media account or platform where these kinds of people meet? I know definitely Facebook has groups that deal with minimalism and maybe decluttering. That might be a good place to start, where you could join the groups and not pitch your book right away, because that'll probably get you kicked out, but join them and maybe get engaged with them and possibly create your own group or page, create a page and offer things for free to get people to join, because there's no way people are going to join unless there's something in it for them. You could also do that when you're in any other Facebook group. If you have a checklist or something really cool that would come with the book, offer that for free. And then to do that, you would have to say, get their email. So you're not just giving it to them for free. They have to give you their email. Then it gets sent to them in an email. Now you have their email address. And now you could start talking about your book. You can start talking about tips or things that you've discovered, or there's so much to talk about, but you could talk about stuff in your email, and then you're going to talk to them about this book. And then, of course, you don't want to just say, oh, I also have this book that you can buy that's about decluttering. What you want to do is you want to say, I'm offering a bonus with this book for a limited time if you want to know more, and then create a bonus to go with it. So it has to be like a special event. It has to be like a special discount, a special something to get people to take action immediately to want to buy your book. But that is a strategy to get people to come to your book. A lot of people think that, oh, I'm going to get into a highly searchable niche that is doing well, even though there's a lot of other people that are also creating books on that same topic, and I'm going to get sales. Usually that's not going to work. Usually you're going to have to find a way to stand out. And a lot of the time it's going to be by external traffic or creating your own audience, because it's very difficult to show up on the first page for these highly searched keywords in a very competitive niche. Yeah, that's all I've got for now. There's a lot I could probably talk about this book, but those are the most important things. That will definitely help, because this is a good topic. I know it's definitely a searchable topic. I hope this helps anyone else who is also trying to figure out why their books aren't selling, especially if you feel like you've created a good book, you've done your research, you're in a niche that you know is doing well, but your book is still not selling. Maybe this will help you. If you would like me to look at your book, just send me the link. You could send it to me below. You could send it to me on Facebook as a DM or in my Facebook group. And I will see you in the next video.